Welcome to this edition of Reset Connect's Sustainability Interviews. Today I'm joined by Charlie from My Eco Order, an online store and shop in London that's on a mission to reduce carbon footprint and waste in our home.
I worked in sustainability before. I used to do consulting on TV and film, and then I also had Project Broadway, which was to make Broadway Market the most sustainable street in the UK. And so that all crashed. And I think once you work within this industry and you care about the environment and you are living it and breathing sustainability every day, you don't have any other option. I kind of feel like I couldn't work in a normal job that's not focused on that now. So yeah, My Eco just grew out of seeing an issue. People wanted deliveries and people didn't want to go to the shops but still wanted to be sustainable. So I was just trying to figure out how we could make that work, and then from that the shop grew. The idea is to make sustainability easier for the household. Every product in the shop's been handpicked to ensure it's the most sustainable option out there, but also not to, it always has to be a good product too. It can't just be, oh, it's really sustainable, but it doesn't actually do what you're wanting it to do, or say, and actually it turns out a lot of the time these more organic is much nicer. It tastes better, or the spices, if they're fresh and they're good quality, then, and actually it works out a lot cheaper too. So people are finding that they save money by going to the shop, as well as reducing their environmental impact. We have the online offering. You can get all of your groceries now delivered. Not zero waste, but plastic free. There will be zero waste in the future. What I like about ours is that we work with lots of smaller makers. We also want to support and stock more locally made sustainable products as well. So as we grow, they grow. And also with the same ethos, and it's promoting cruelty-free and vegan. So we work a lot with Upcircle, who make repurposed beauty products. So like their coffee, they make coffee scrubs, which they collect the coffee grounds from cafes in Hackney. So it's reducing that restaurants or cafes waste, and they're making something beautiful with it. Or our coffee is roasted in Deptford by Le Monde, which is just a little independent company roastery, and they roast in small batches as well, so there's no waste there. Or like our soaps are made in Blackheath by Naked Herbs. So we're trying to promote and kind of lift each other as well, I think, with the building of this business. Because I was slowly building something for the past few years, and I'd already set up a website and things, so that bit wasn't too hard, but definitely time consuming and frustrating. I think Wix and these website building things are very, you have to be patient. I mean, I'm really fortunate that I already had all these other connections previously. I know that a lot of people are struggling to set up shop because a lot of suppliers aren't taking on any new customers. But some of the bizarre and unexpected challenges were things like I couldn't get a bank account set up when the pandemic hit, and there were all these different loans and things being offered to existing businesses, and everyone was going crazy setting up business bank accounts. Yeah, I was quite lucky in the fact that I had all of this background already. Maybe the first time I set up the website, that was the most difficult, like a website. I guess it's just learning, and things get easier as you go along. We've had an amazing reception, and we really feel like we're part of the community, because I think people want this. We want to be more sustainable. We want to have those options. I think one of my favourite bits is all the children that come in. And they get involved because they get engaged, and you're opening up the conversation with them, and like they're having these conversations from the age of 6. New people find us every day, and it's just, yeah, it's more of a community base, I think, than just customers. Instagram's been a huge, like that's the main, I guess, marketing. You could call it marketing. Yeah, that's like how we reach most people and how we connect as well. Like you said with the sharing, when people tag, it's like, thank you, because it's just, promoting. But also like word of mouth. When we first opened, there was lots of WhatsApp groups because obviously we're in the pandemic and everyone's street or building has a WhatsApp group because people would be coming in and oh, so-and-so mentioned it on my street WhatsApp group, so I thought I'd come and check it out. Lots of ways that I didn't expect, and I guess of the community aspect of things has changed since COVID. So yeah, I think maybe we benefited from that people are more connected these days. Obviously not physically. Well, it's all self-funded, so we've just used all of our own money to get set up. Maybe easier in some respects to have lots of money up front and just get set up and it will run smoothly straight away. But I think with the shop anyway, like you need to get in and you need to see how everything works. And we could have spent loads of money on something that was just a waste of time and money. So we wanted to launch the shop, get in there, and also just minimum spend because you don't know, it's a gamble as well. So kept costs down, but what that means is we own 100% of the company. So at a later date, if we want to go for funding or, if we want to, we'll have more flexibility then as opposed to starting early, and our shares will be worth more because we're turning over money. Obviously, everything I've done hasn't been necessarily the right thing, but I've learned from it. I'm the kind of person that I learn doing. I'm not, you can't just give me a handbook and say, read this and then do. It's, so I probably wouldn't change too much other than I would have learnt maybe have been kind to myself and be a bit braver at the beginning because I could have set up this business or I could have got going on my sustainable journey maybe a year or two earlier. But I was so scared. So yeah, maybe be brave. So I think number one piece of advice is like, be kind to yourself. The first business that I set up, okay, it didn't quite go to plan. I just think the amount of times you can be lying in bed and you've done something outrageous that day and you can't go to sleep. Every time you close your eyes, you're like, why did I say that? But it's just learning to release that and just be kind because without the mistakes, we don't learn, we don't grow. Like with the starting a sustainable journey or starting a sustainable business, just do it. Just get up and do it. You just do what you care about and what's going to make you happy and everything else will just fall into place.